One of the greatest lies of modern culture is that exposure equals maturity, that seeing everything makes you wiser, stronger, and more enlightened. But the mind does not work that way. The mind expands easily but resists contraction. What am I saying? Once something is seen, it cannot be unseen. Once an idea is normalized, it becomes a quiet voice in your thinking, whether you like it or not. Even scripture captures this with precision when it says, the eyes is the lamp of your body. If your eye is healthy, then the full body will be full of light. I think that's Matthew 6:22. What you allow in determines what illuminates or what darkens you. People often ask why change is so hard. It's because they are trying to undo years of unfiltered exposure, images, beliefs, conversations, and habits that shaped them without their consent. Unlearning is exhausting. Unseen is nearly impossible. Paul does not say be informed, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Romans 12:2. Renewal assumes damage has already occurred. This is why discipline begins before desire. It is not just about saying no to urges, but about limiting what feeds them. Every repeated exposure trains tolerance. What you once rejected, you later negotiated with. What you negotiated with, you eventually justify. Scripture warns us quietly, but firmly. Do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good character. 1 Corinthians 15:33. Exposure shapes character long before behavior shows it. Exposure is shapes character long before behavior shows it. Reviewing the mind is not about adding more information, it's about subtracting harmful inputs. Wisdom is selective. Above all else, guard your heart diligently, for everything flows from it. Proverbs 4:23. Guarding your perception is not weakness, it's foresight. Freedom is not access to everything, but restraint in what you allow. People often say, I want to know, I want to see how it feels. They want to go everywhere, they want to taste everything, try everything. Social media parties, relationship, trends. It whispers all just once, it won't hurt. Just this once, it won't hurt. But scripture tells us this in an old voice. Remember Eve in the garden. She was given abundance, but also a boundary. When the woman saw that the tree was good for food and pleasing to the eye and desirable for gaining wisdom, she took it and ate it. She didn't just eat, she crossed the line. And that crossing reshaped humanity's posture towards God, truth, and self. Curiosity, when unguarded, has always been dangerous. Let me make this practical, especially in our context here in Nigeria. Endless scrolling on Instagram, TikTok, or Twitter, absorbing lifestyles and values that quietly shift what you tolerate and desire. Chasing parties, trends, and social validation, believing exposure equals experience. Feeding on gossips, drama, or content that stirs jealousy, greed, anger. Small repeated inputs that shape your emotions and decisions without your awareness. These things may seem harmless, especially when done just once. But scripture reminds us, whosoever sows to please the flesh, from the flesh will he reap destruction. Whosoever sows to please the spirit, from the spirit will reap what? Life. Galatians 6:8. This is why we must say this clearly. The things we do, whether in secret or in public, even the ones we dismiss as I will just do it once, just this once, are quietly shifting us. Every action leaves a residue. When we act, we are not merely performing behavior, we are forming character. When we act, we are forming character. Action is never neutral. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Remember Proverbs 23:7 says. True freedom, then, is not access to everything. It is having the strength to say, I will not feed this. Even when curiosity whispers just once. Scripture puts it plainly. I have the right to do everything. I have the right to do everything. Yet say, but not everything what is beneficial to me. 1 Corinthians 6:12. Renewal happens more by subtraction than addition. Renewal happens more by subtraction than addition. Guarding your mind is not weakness, it is wisdom. It is what? It is wisdom. Call to action. Identify one place where you are overexposed. Maybe it's social media, maybe it's certain friendships, maybe it's unchecked curiosity in places that leaves you empty. Step back, decide what you will not feed, decide what you will not expose yourself to, even if it seems harmless, because protecting the gate of your mind is the first step towards true renewal. Remember, curiosity without limits expands the mind, but often into trouble. Guard what you feed it. Guard what you feed your mind.